They're pushing that, and DK has moved up towards the top lane to try and farm up whatever he possibly can.
Yeah, this is I didn't like the idea of putting up solo Lich against the top lane, because it's not like Lich is one of those guys who can still, in terms of farm up, it's basically you just have a guy on the lane for the sake of having a guy on the lane. That's
Lich is about to get ripped.
Much sense.
Lich is going to get ripped. The Frost Nova a little bit short. Lich tried to move himself out, but Familiars will drop from the skies. SF, 1 Razor, 2 Razor. Doesn't get the second Razor because Misery, playing as Missy, manages to actually get the last hit from that one. And take about your tier 1 tower. But sorry, as you were saying, Slash?
Yeah, as I was saying, soloing Lich doesn't make much sense. Normally you would have heroes soloing the long lane against the tri lane. If they are able to come back into the game through farming fast enough. So you basically have Windrunner, Bottom, or Enigma doing this. These are like common heroes to go up against the tri lane and still farm up. But Lich is not one of those heroes who needs to farm up anyway. If you are putting up Lich solo, this doesn't make much sense. Lich doesn't need any farm, and at the same time he can't limit the other guy's farm if they are on the tri lane. Otherwise he will get killed.
Bloody ridiculous. That should not have just happened just then. Like a Clockwork Goblin ulti in, you can never know when it's going to happen. I actually didn't see it coming myself. I thought, nah, the dots are far enough away. But knowing there's a Blink Dagger on top of the SF, it surprised me as well as surprising the Fearz team. And now Clockwork Goblin heads towards the top lane just to push the Dragon Knight back with his Quarterstaff and Claymore on top of him as the items he's managed to farm up so far. But if support does come in from below, and that's Lich. Misery killing off on the middle lane with more support coming in from King A. Everywhere is death. Everywhere is death right now. And there goes DK on the top lane. Familiar should drop from the skies. Damage will come through. Lich wants to let off anything right now. And Puck is there! Doesn't even need to actually Ethereal Jaunt it off. They're just Warring rips it off. Then holds Pugner and Lich in place. And 1 Razor, 2 Razor. Nock actually claims 1 to MYM. Sharing the love right now. And that makes it 6-18. They'll push the tier 2 tower while the SF Illusions and CM are pushing the tier 2 tower in the mid. They should actually claim the top lane. And, well, they're just not going to actually slow them down here. And King A just keeps on attacking the tower with more support coming in. That makes it 6-18 right now. And we're just over 15 minutes into this game. Yeah,
this looks like a complete wipe. This is not going well. If you're running a push strat, you're supposed to be pushing a tower within first 4 minutes in the game, at least. And this didn't work. Yeah, some people are saying that soloing Lich is basically because he denies XP through Dark Ritual. But you see, guys, the problem with this is, yeah, you deny 1 creep, but you can't hold the other guys from farming. You deny XP, but that doesn't make much of a difference if you're going up against a tri lane, because they will dive you. They will dive you, they will kill you, and then they have enough to compensate for the Dark Ritual. You do it every half minute, basically. They changed it a bit, so it's lowering the cooldown, but still, it's not enough. Normally, you could run a solo Lich mid. That works actually, because if you're going up another solo hero, you're gonna spam your Frost Nova. But if you're going up against a tri lane or even a dual lane, you're gonna get ripped to shreds.
I'm really surprised King A didn't want to actually push the attack then on Lich. He just came up there and just saw SF inside the trees just around the corner from the secret shop and was like, crap, Frost! And then just ran his ass. I was like, yeah, no way I'm going to win that one.
There's no way that you could do it. To do anything against that SF as a soloing Lich. Because, yeah, as I was saying, the tri lane, having a Lich going up against a tri lane, you will lose out on levels because you can't get close to the creep. So, you only have a low level Dark Ritual anyway. That's the main reason it doesn't work. Soloing mid Lich actually works far better. And
oh, blast, breath, looking for the opening. Not going to find it. Wrath of Nature might be a little bit of a help there. King A gets frosted. It's a Lich ulti. It's a Lich ulti. It bounces between the Familiars. And King A does take a fall. Familiars drop from the skies. It's not going to be fast enough. The Drain's coming out there while Push is trying to retreat himself around here. Will be able to do so. In fact, he's going to TP himself out. Will they close enough? No, yes, they do. Wall had enough. Through the breath, but in comes Puck. Ulti goes off. Warring Rift goes off. Oh, so much damage! So much damage! Wall is literally ghosted, actually decryptified out there to try and save him. It wasn't enough though. Malk was on the job. 4 heroes for the Sentinel down. He's trying to make it 5. Malk has claimed 2. Can he claim the 3rd? Familiar's coming in over the top. They'll just push him back and rockets off the wave so they can push onto this tier 2 tower and bring it down. Malk, what a battle. That was 4 heroes down for the Sentinel, and well, see, almost like she's respawned herself back up again, and Visage and Puck and Clockwork are all there in the mid.
Yeah, it looks like Puck now was the only one to escape that white. So a pushing strat, it hasn't pushed a single tower yet, but it's sort of actually getting counter-pushed basically, because they're getting out-ganked and then pushing the tower after a successful gank, or a team fight in this case.
So amazing that Wall's got 82 for 23 on the CS scores. In saying that though, Malk's walking around with 88 for 24, and I'm just watching behind this wall of text here as Lich takes a fall. The trees are down. Oh, you couldn't even stop for a second to look at the CS scores, with Misery now retreating himself back out with DK on the run here, as well as Furion. He is well gone. Even the Courier is on the run here with a shield up here. Buckler Recipe is on top of him, and wow, give him a regen rune. Isn't that nice? And buyback from Clockwork Goblin. He wants to come back in towards this mess here. Invis up from DK. Spots out CM. Familiars are doing damage. Rocket flies over the top. DK was not ready for this one. In fact, being pushed back to the other side of the trees at the moment. Benson gets brought down by Misery, but the pressure is still on DK. He's our main man. If he goes down, even with the Lothars, he's trying to hide himself off and does so successfully. Netherward also gives a little bit of a niggle to the back of Melk just then. He's not happy with that. Let's just remove that ward so he can move himself on with his life. But Sentinel losing 1, could have lost 2 there if they weren't too careful about it, but 1 is the only casualty. All towers down by the bottom though. Tier 2 tower slash tier 2 tower. And look at that.
Yeah.
Yasha on SF. He's got a blink. Yasha, and we just hit 20 minutes. Oh, Lich in the middle of it all. SF was not ready for that one, but they're still held inside the Puck ulti. 2 down for the Scourge. MYM overextending a little bit too far. Melk will die as well, or will he? Yes, he does. Fishbone gets 1 blast off, and 3 heroes down for the MYM side. That was not the plan, Stan.
It was a little bit overconfidence. Not just a little bit, but that was massive overconfidence. They didn't have vision uphill, and then engaged in a fight. So they got ripped. This is definitely the setback for MYM, because if they actually coordinated this well enough, they could have gotten top racks. No idea why not. They had so much time, they have so much advantage in map control. I've actually no idea why they didn't take Roshan until now.
It's a bit of a mystery. I'm actually getting...
It is! They didn't even need to push that top lane at that point. They didn't even need to push that top lane. They could have just gone for a straight Roshan, having SF get that Aegis, and then start the fight.
Do I dare say that even MYM are capable of mistakes? It's like saying the burning.
Every team in the world is doing mistakes. Even the Grey E home is doing mistakes. There's no single team in the world that doesn't make mistakes. Otherwise, Dota would be boring.
I don't think burning makes a mistake. Every single last creep in.
It does. Even Triple H makes mistakes. Even Burning makes mistakes.
No, they can't have everything. Blinking. I love this SF just having a look around. Demons actually gets Fishbones. That was in the middle lane, so Puck on top of that one. SF falling back on the middle lane. On the bottom lane, I mean. Mid lane is still actually a free run here for Visage. That mech currently up. Bottom lane, there goes the TP out from Furion. Actually trying to get closer with the TP. Looks like SF managed to TP himself out to safety fast enough. While Demon farms up the top lane. Oh, Visage, overextended Prophet, well too far out of position, puts him inside of trees, but the Clockwork Goblin Rocket is enough to KS the end of it. Actually not really KS, actually the Familiars probably could have got the end of it, but still, another hero down for the Sentinel, makes it 12 to 26, and will MYM actually claim the last tier 2 tower? I'm going to go with a yes, Slash.
Yeah. I do think so. There's not much that Fearz could do in their current situation.
They want to do something though. DK comes in, Dragon Talon Milk. They're going to